Good day, this is Mr. Caslin. We're doing a little pre-calculus. These are some trig identity problems. These should look familiar with some of the problems that you got assigned in the back of the book. Trig identities are just a set of mathematical formulas that have been proven. All of these formulas over here have been proven to be true. For example, the cosecant of theta is equal to 1 over the sine of theta. Those are your inverse properties that you should be aware of already. There's a Pythagorean property that says cosine squared of theta plus sine squared of theta is equal to 1. Now theta, remember, is your reference angle. You can substitute any angle into the theta. Think of it as a variable. So for example, problem number 77, if you have the sine squared of 40 degrees plus the cosine squared of 40 degrees, think of the 40 degrees as your theta. Well, the sine of theta plus the cosine of theta is always equal to, well, the answer to this problem is just 1. Okay, theta should, for the identity equal to 1, theta has to be the same. For example, sine squared of 50 degrees plus the cosine squared of 50 degrees would also be 1. Okay, but you could not say sine squared of 40 degrees plus cosine squared of 50 degrees. That would not be equal to 1. So to use this Pythagorean identity, just substitute your reference angle for theta, and the reference angle would have to match for both the sine and the cosine. Okay, so if you know the identity, the problem is not very difficult. Next, problem number 81, we've got the tangent of 40 degrees minus the sine of 40 degrees divided by cosine of 40 degrees. And it's asking you what that equals. Well, this is like everything else in math. We're always trying to simplify things, make things more easier for the person working the problem. Again, most math probably these days, most math is turned into a computer program, so you're trying to make that equation or algorithm as simple as possible for the programmer. Okay, so we're looking through our identities. Anything here look familiar? Well, we've got a sine divided by a cosine. Okay, a sine divided by a cosine. Well, here we've got in our identity we have a sine of theta divided by cosine of theta is equal to the tangent of theta. That looks very promising. Okay, remember theta is just a reference angle. So if we replaced sine of theta divided by cosine theta with the tangent of theta, in this case the tangent is 40 degrees. So now we have basically the tangent of 40 degrees minus the tangent of 40 degrees. Well, anything minus itself, that's an identity. Anything minus itself is just 0. So it turns out that this more complicated expression became tangent of theta minus the tangent of theta is equal to 0. So using these trig identities, we can take more complicated functions, in this case trigonometry functions, and try to simplify them to something more basic. All right, we'll talk to you later.